At this stage, I'm going to introduce a question from Peter Second. He's been waiting patiently there on the sofa with Ari this evening. In your opinion, what are the current key significant challenges facing stock exchanges?
I've been at that question in the sidebar for a couple of minutes and wondering, it seems to me that the problems that are facing stock exchanges are not so much kind of technical or regulatory problems, although maybe that doesn't apply to some of the kind of new technology things that we're seeing, crypto and so forth, as Patrick just mentioned. But, funnily enough, I think it's the tail, actually, in the UK anyway, it seems to me that it's the tail of exactly what we've just been talking about, the privatizations of 30 years ago and so forth. In the UK, we don't have effective functioning water companies anymore. Water seems to be the current issue. We've had disastrous problems with energy bills over the last few months and so forth. And I think this is a problem of not just the shift of ownership of these assets into private hands, but a particular kind of mindset discourse around the stock exchanges that really emphasizes quarterly earnings statements, cost cutting, return on assets, all of these kind of metrics that executives are beholden to by shareholders. And I think there's a really difficult sort of structural conundrum that exchanges have to face. And if they just throw their hands up and say, well, we're just data providers, we're just hosts of a trading facility, I can't see that they will be successful over the next 3 decades. I think it's a problem analogous to one that big tech faces. Is big tech's got to do something beyond go, well, we're just information infrastructure. Do these platforms, are they employers? These kind of questions that the norms of doing business that circulate around and through stock markets are problematic to me at the moment. And in a way, that's another little sort of trick that I play through the book, that I talk about stock exchanges, but I also talk about finance, and the stock exchanges is kind of synecdoche for the whole of finance, because I think that the problems that we have in terms of distribution, in terms of kind of environmental degradation, all these kind of things, are problems that are to some extent operationalized through the mechanism of the stock market in the way that I've just described. Perhaps that's not quite the answer that you were hoping for, because I think it's an immediate technical or regulatory problem. I think the problem is that if we don't sort out a different kind of relationship with large corporations, then the future might look increasingly difficult for financial market and the sector generally.